How's it going, everyone? I'm Chase, and this is my review of Jungle Cruise. Now, this one stars Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt, and it's based on the Disneyland theme park ride, where a small riverboat takes a group of travelers through a jungle filled with dangerous animals and reptiles, but with a supernatural element. And this one is also a Disney Plus Premier Access experiment, like Black Widow was, and Cruella, and Raya and the Last Dragon, where it's going to play day and date in theaters and on Disney Plus for that extra fee, just in case if you were wondering. So, yeah, let's get into this. Before I get into the review, leading up to this, I had expectations, but they weren't like overblown or high expectations or anything. It was just like, I saw the trailer last year. I thought it looked like it could be fun. And it was supposed to come out next summer. Pandemic hits, and so they had to readjust it, and now it's coming out a year later. I kind of forgot the trailer at this point, which could be good because everything could be, fresh and surprising in the film. And I could be like, oh, wow, I didn't see that coming. And someone could be like, well, that played in the trailer. So that could be a good thing. An interesting fact about this one that I guess I completely forgot is the director, Jamais Colette Serra. I absolutely love this guy, and he's been a part of my life in terms of film for like, I can't do math right now, like 16 years. He did the House of Wax remake in 2005. He did the Orphan movie, which I love. If you've never seen that one, that one's a trip. Back in 2009. He's worked with Liam Neeson a lot. He's going to be on the Black Adam film. He's kind of all over the place with his filmography, but I love it. It kind of makes something different each time. Made The Shallows as well with Blake Lively. So that caught my attention as well when I was looking this movie up before I was about to watch it. I was like, oh, wow, it's Colette Serra. He's back at it again. So I just thought that was a neat little fact. I just nerded out for you for a brief second. I apologize. Okay, so how's the movie? I am kind of in the lane of like, it's just okay and slightly good. So kind of like that like area. I don't think it's a bad movie by any means. I don't think it's a great movie. It's just kind of like, it's in that sweet spot of like, it's okay in some parts, but it's also slightly fun in others. And it did put a grin on my face, so take that for what you will. It does play out like a giant, very just goofy Saturday morning cartoon. I don't think that's a bad thing. That's what they were kind of going for. And it kind of has that feel to it where stuff is over the top. Stuff is, like the villain is very mustache twirly. But I did have fun, I have to admit. And I think, when you're taking a ride in a theme park and transforming it into a movie, it sounds like a dumb idea, but they have done it before with Pirates of the Caribbean, so you just never know. But this is not Pirates of the Caribbean level, but it is a Pirates of the Caribbean light. And it is a strong Pirates of the Caribbean light, but a fun movie in some parts. And I did enjoy myself most of the time, particularly from Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt. I think this is the biggest aspect about this film, is their chemistry. You're going to hear about it in all the reviews, and it's absolutely true. Their chemistry is dynamite. It explodes on screen. Their humor is spot on. That timing that they have and the dry wit to their delivery, it works. And just their kind of romantic chemistry as well also works. Just their banter about their characters and everything and their lives and everything, that was interesting to hear. These two carry this movie. This movie could have been very bad if your leads were not on point. These two are on point, and this is, like I said, the strongest aspect about this film. To kind of jump to Jamais Colette Serra for a bit as director and capturing this kind of fun Pirates of the Caribbean-esque vision, I think he did a pretty good job. I mean, there is a lot of blemishes and issues with some of the green screen work and CGI work, but this movie is going to kill with kids and families. And I think capturing that kind of like family entertainment, kind of aesthetic and just making it appealing to all ages, and it is very slapsticky at sometimes. It's very, like I said, goofy, but I think people are going to enjoy this. And I think Colette Serra knew the assignment, he did the homework correctly, and he delivered a wonderful family film in that regard. Like I said, the actual like story and kind of journey that this movie kind of goes on, it's over the top. It's kind of simplistic. With just like, hey, bad guy, want artifact, cat and mouse game through the Amazons and on boats. So there's really not a lot to it, but you make up for it with like the pops of excitement with the action sequences. And I think Colette Serra does make some thrilling sequences that I think is gonna have like kids on edge and like wondering what's gonna happen to their favorite boat person, Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt. And I think some of those sequences are really fun to watch. And some of them get pretty dark. I was surprised that they went to some of those places, but then again, it is PG-13. It's the same kind of like PG-13 mindset as like a Pirates of the Caribbean, so really nothing to worry about if you want to have your kids watch this. But yeah, I think Colette Serra really is great at making family films, and this is a great testament to it. So I honestly, I hope he makes more, diverse his filmography even more, because that man he just knows how to do it. They tell him what to do, and he's just like, I can deliver that. Like I said, some of the blemishes with the CGI and the green screen work are very, very apparent. Colette Serra is in the Disney machine. It's not something he can control. He can do the best that he can. Some of it is an eyesore, but you know what? Then you'll have some sequences, like there is a sequence with like a waterfall that was really cool to watch, and that didn't really seem like overly produced with the CGI at all. So that's what I'm saying. Like, this movie kind of has like a back and forth with it, and there's a lot of practical sets that they use for some of the sequences, so that kind of helps the authenticity of it. So like I said, I think Colette Serra did the best that he could. Some of the other players involved in terms of acting, Jesse Plemons is in it. He is the villain, very mustache twirly, but I'm okay with that. That's what he was going for. He gives it 2,000% effort, and he's absolutely funny to watch. I wish he could do more stuff like that. Paul Giamatti makes an appearance in it. Once again, kind of goofy, over the top. I appreciate it. The costuming and the sets are dressed up really well. Makes you really feel like you're on this, actual ride in a theme park, and kind of capturing that fun adventure spirit. It's a very colorful movie for sure. So I think they did a really great job kind of capturing that atmosphere, that fun kind of energy that you want for this type of film. And then the music is really fun. It's really kind of energetic and kind of adds a lot of spice to each scene. Definitely not. I know I'm bringing it up again, but Pirates of the Caribbean, great theme. Everyone remembers that. There's nothing memorable in this, but I do love me a good like adventure type of score. It really adds a lot to the sequences that you're seeing and just the energy of the film. So I really appreciated that as well. I think that's pretty much it. There's really not much else to explore or talk about. It's very straightforward. There are a couple surprises that caught me off guard in terms of like Dwayne Johnson's character and just some of the sequences where it pushed the envelope just a little bit to the edge, and I was like, okay, Disney, I like that. But really nothing else to talk about. I think I hit all the points. So, like I said, kind of in that sweet spot of thinking it's okay in just some parts, and then kind of dipping into good. So kind of that ballpark. But if you're wondering if this is great family entertainment this weekend, I think this is actually a good pick. I think your family's going to love it. I think your kid's going to love it. So, I'm someone with no kids right now. So if I thought it was just okay to slightly good, now just imagine like what a kid's going to think. I think they're going to really enjoy this film. So, that is my thoughts on Jungle Cruise. So let me know down below what you thought of the film, whether you loved it, hated it. Tell me that I'm wrong. It's all good. I love to hear people's opinions. And that will do it for this review, guys. I'm Chase Lee, and tune in next time for whatever I review next. I will see you guys later.